Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Spain. We are in Zaragoza. This is the Basketball Champions League. It's Group D. It's game day 8. And it's the clash between Casa de Mont Zaragoza and Telecom Baskets Bonn. Well, Zaragoza having a great season really on the domestic front and right in the thick of things in the Basketball Champions League. Here is what's happened in Group D. Sombate winning a thriller in overtime last night over Dijon. Also Besiktas playing very well to beat PAOK. Now we've got Zaragoza and Bonn, and Happy Casa Brindisi as well are in action, getting ready to take on or host Neptunus. You bring out the bow tie. Well, that looks impressive. And in this Casa de Mont Zaragoza, they have been impressive for much of this season. So the table perhaps is a little bit misleading. They're 4-3 and in 7th place, but other games have been played. So if they win, they would go to 5-3 and move right into the top 2. Against this Telecom Baskets Bonn team, what can we expect? Well, Telecom Baskets Bonn, they've had some highs, they've had some lows, and they will be looking to come out tonight and get a valuable road win as they try to get into the top 4. Joshua Saibu, the German international, Trey McKinney-Jones, Bojan Subotic, Benjamin Lischka, Brandon Frazier, Anthony DeLeo, Tony DeLeo, Martin Breunig, Norman Bartolo, he's fun to watch, Kylian Benapfel, Gabriel de Oliveira, all in that roster. This is that man. Dylan Ennis from Canada has joined this Casa de Mont Zaragoza team midway through, or just before the midpoint of the season. He had played here before, and he is now back with them. Javier Justiz, the Cuba International Center, Jonathan Barredo, DJ Sealy, Argentina International Brasino, Nemanja Radovic, Carlos Alothin, Fran Vasquez, Robin Benzing, the Germany national team captain, Rodrigo San Miguel, Dylan Ennis, Trygve Hinlinson, and Javier Garcia playing for Porfirio Fisac. Well, as we revisit those standings, and you remember that Telecom Baskets Bonn at 4-3, Casa de Mont Zaragoza at 4-3, but Telecom Baskets Bonn having won that first encounter over Casa de Mont Zaragoza by 14 points, they know that they will probably encounter a tougher and perhaps more battle-ready Casa de Mont Zaragoza team tonight here in Spain. A lot more games under their belt, and they have been very good in Spain, as I've said, currently in the top 4. Telecom Baskets Bonn being introduced here to the crowd tonight. There's Breunig, always a pivotal player for this Bonn team. Really interesting group, I think, Group D, with Dijon, Falco Vulcano, Sombate, Neptunus, Klaipėda, Bonn, Besiktas getting the win last night. PAOK had an awful start, but now they have 3 wins. Zaragoza and Happy Casa Brindisi. All of these teams have played well at stretches or in parts of the season. Justiz comes out. Here's the applause from the Zaragoza faithful. What a wonderful part of Spain this is if you're ever in the area. I would recommend that you come here and eat some good food. And not to mention watch some great basketball. Alothin, the young point guard, comes out. Vasquez needs no introduction. He's been in this game a long time. Former well, I just have to say current Spain international, the way he played in the qualifiers for the World Cup. Benzing, of course, played at the World Cup for Germany. There's Rodrigo San Miguel, who was the starting point guard for Iberostar Tenerife for several years. Helped them win the inaugural Basketball Champions League. The coach is shaking hands with the players as well. So it looks like we're going to have a game of good spirits tonight. A lot riding on this game in this group that really does have the look of, you know, it could, you know, if things were to stay like the way they are right now, I mean, it could end up going to the final week where no team has locked in a playoff spot. Wouldn't that be something? Well, they won 85-71. The first meeting between these two teams did Bonn. Shot 44% from three-point range in that game. And that was the first time they had beaten a team from Spain in the competition. They had lost twice before that. Zaragoza had been 3-0 at home, where they've been really tough, especially defensively, giving up less than 70 points in 2 of those games. Referees, Eddie Viator, Janusz Chalik, and Kristaps Konstantinovs from France, Poland, and Latvia. Bonn have to probably have drawn confidence from their last time on the road, winning at Dijon, who started like a house on fire in this competition. Bonn winning that one 78-66. They almost won at Happy Casa Brindisi, and you know, lost at the buzzer there. You see Subotic, De Leo, Brojnik, Polos Bartolo, and Benjamin Simons starting for Telecom Baskets Bonn. Thomas Pasch is the coach. Thomas Pasch sitting back watching. Interesting to see who's going to come out here in the starting 5 for Zaragoza. It's going to be Justiz, Barredo, Alothin, Benzing, and Dylan Ennis, who was not at the first game. And there's Porfirio Fizak, one of the veteran Spanish play callers. Always does good work wherever he is. Well, let me remind you folks, make sure you got your Basketball Champions League app loaded into your smartphone, and get all the latest news and information, stats. So go to championsleague.basketball, and you can see a lot of good information there as well. Power rankings, transfer reports, good features. You can log into the Coast to Coast podcast. Well, Zaragoza leading the Basketball Champions League in rebounding, 45.3 rebounds per game. But they're also leading in opponents' rebounds, allowing their rivals 33.1 points. Excuse me, 33.1 rebounds per game on average. So can't wait for this one to get started. And again, wondering if Bonn are going to be able to follow up from their last strong performance on the road. They usually do play well on the road. Got to look at Lithuania international Reinaldas Seibutis there. Looks kind of like he was wincing in pain a little bit.
Suerte en casa de Bona, UPA Basket Zaragoza.
Well, good evening, folks. Welcome to Zaragoza, Spain. This is the Basketball Champions League, and we are underway between Casademont Zaragoza and Telecom Baskets Bonn. These two teams with designs on getting to the playoffs, and already a turnover. Ball goes off the hands of Barreto and into the hands of Bonn. De Leo pulling the strings up top for Bonn. Down low, Bartolo goes up, high arcing shot, no good, and Benzing with the rebound. And now a second straight turnover. This time it's Aluthen just kind of slips and falls out of bounds. Pass down low. Bartolo again goes to work. Closely guarded and gets the foul called in his favor.
La falta personal es del número 7 Barreiro, la primera. Dos tiros.
Brojnik, or Barrera rather, takes one for the team. Bartolo at the line and misses the first. Makes the second, however. And overall, a fun player to watch, I think, Polas Bartolo. Now 34 years of age. Bounce pass. Benzing over on the wing, and Barrera misses. Boy, we're saying Barrera's name a lot right now. Now bounce pass inside. And instead of attempting, Brojnik passes back out, and Bartolo misses. De Leo gets it over to Bartolo. And it'll stay at this end. Polas Bartolo. Actually born in Cuba. De Leo drives in. That's going to be goal interference, so they're going to count it. Goes in anyway. Watch this. So Hustith commits the infraction, but anyway, ball goes in anyway. Benzing misses from deep. De Leo spins. Well, the attempt by Subotic goes out. Well, as Bartolo drives in and unsuccessful, and his fellow Cuban Hustith rebounds it. Now it comes over, and another miss by Jonathan Barreto, struggling. Weiler spins, turns, puts it up, misses, gets it back, passes it back out to DeLeo. Goes behind his back. His pass intercepted. Ennis streaks down the floor and scores with the left hand. And Zaragoza, more than 3 minutes into the contest, finally get their first 2 points. Breunig. Oh, good body work there. Good control. No look pass. Barreto, will this be it? Still cannot get it to go. Now on the break. Time is misses. Spinning, putting it up and scoring. Robin Benzing. Sure, Benzing likes it when he gets to play against teams from his own country. See some people that he knows. There's will be a lot more people back home watching what he's doing tonight. Subotic from the corner. Now foul called. A tough start for Barreto.
Triple cambio de Casademón, Sabrina Nalocel, Justi y Barreiro, entra en pista Radomir, Vázquez y San Miguel.
Rodrigo San Miguel comes into the game, as well as Nemanja Radovic. And Fran Vasquez, and now Breunig goes to work again. Fran Vasquez looked like he was going to shoot it, gets it to Radovic. Kind of a sweeping hook. And there for the tap in was Fran Vasquez, the veteran. Breunig hustles down though and scores with the layup. Excuse me, that was Trey McKinney-Jones scoring that. There's a little resemblance to Breunig. Now Breunig is going to check out of the game. Now the push. Time is called for the foul.
Hay cambio en Casademón, se retira Vivarelli, Robin Benzing, entran en pista Sigi y Brusino.
Healy enters the game for Zaragoza. Pass by Brandon Frazier ends up into the corner. Trey McKinney-Jones misses, and also Benapfel misses. And racing to the other end, almost Zaragoza scoring. Here comes Polas Bartolo. Excuse me, it was Steven Zimmerman, I think, who missed earlier. Here he is, Zimmerman, and he is fouled by Brusino as he gets it into the paint.
Primera falta personal del número 9, Brusino.
Zimmerman shoots it well for a big guy. Makes the first one. Takes his time, bends his knees, and releases the second as well. Makes that one and takes the lead back to 5. Zimmerman averaging almost 11 points per game. Been a good season in the Basketball Champions League for the 23-year-old. He has actually struggled from the line this season, Zimmerman. And here was Vasquez going right at Zimmerman. Sealy, bounce pass, easily scored by Radovic. Soft touch, the ball does not fall for Frazier. There's Saibu in the game as well. There's number 1 with the headband for Bond, and now the basket by Radovic. Been one of their more consistent players this season. And going down is McKinney. McKinney Jones, hopefully he's okay. So feeling the pain in his looked like it was his left leg, lower left leg. It doesn't look good. He's being helped off the court. Hopefully it's nothing serious. So McKinney Jones out, and Bojan Subotic comes back into the game. Saibu, who helped Germany qualify for the World Cup. To play at Alba Berlin. Now the ball knocked out of Zimmerman's hands by Radovic. Frazier puts it up from the long way out. Saibu able to get it back. And then the reach and the foul called. Good hustle by Bond. I think no doubt about it. Foul on Brusino. Frazier dumps it off to Zimmerman. Good play by Frazier, and Zimmerman moving well, gets underneath for an easy one. Nice spin by Sealy. And the travel has been the call on Sealy. Good position there by Saibu, and Zimmerman came over and helped out. Sealy tried to wedge his way in between both and was adjudged to have walked. Now pulling up Frazier. Zimmerman flies in, and Subotic, in fact, scores. Picks up the loose ball. Bounce pass over to Vasquez. Nice soft touch from the big fella. That's been his shot throughout his career. Vasquez. Frazier gets it left. Now the rejection. And Bond had it, DeLeo, but then couldn't control it. I tell you, Fran Vasquez played for Bearstar Tenerife, Malaga, Barcelona over the years. Doesn't matter where he plays. Fans love him. Now the dump down low. And the basket is good. So Fran Vasquez making his mark on both ends of the floor.
Cambio en casa de Mon. Se retira Brusino. Vuelve Messi.
Vasquez bends his knees and makes the free throw, completes the three-point play, and ties the contest at 15. Saibu. Into the corner it goes, and missed everything. But then great hustle back to come up with a basketball by Kylian Benapfel. Bounce pass to Saibu. Oh, what control by Saibu. Final 10 seconds of the opening quarter. San Miguel into the corner it goes. Radovich misses, but there for the follow. Vasquez missing, and they just run out of time right at the end. Benzing and Vasquez looking as if they were in position to get the putback. Good first quarter. Telecom Basketball leading 17-15 at the end of one.
Tienen que meter desde las 4 posiciones y la primera pareja que lo consiga ganará. Y en caso de que acabe el tiempo, la pareja que lleve más posiciones. ¿Preparadas ya? Vamos. Nos colocamos. Vamos, vamos, vamos. Salimos. ¿Preparados de las posiciones? ¿Uno solo? Vale. ¿Preparados? Individual. ¿Preparados? Desde las 4 posiciones. 3, 2, 1. ¡Tiempo! Vamos, ya tenemos una posición ahí. Aquí se nos resiste. Vamos, 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 más. Oh, sigue. Viene del tiro libre. Vamos. Hay que contar cuántas llevamos, Allí dos.
Well, the other Group D game going on right now. Happy Casa Brindisi at home leading Neptunus Klaipėda 25-24. So close games all the way around in Group D. The two games were played yesterday. So Sombote winning 82-81 yesterday over Dijon and Besiktas, and winning convincingly over PAOK 98-83.
Nosotros volvemos al partido. Ya sabes que nos gusta veros con la camiseta de nuestros equipos. De Casa de Mon Zaragoza hay que venir equipado. Comenzamos el segundo cuarto.
Well, those are the shooting numbers. Each team 7 makes inside the arc. Neither team has hit a 3. They're a combined 0 of 11. Running back in the game, he's got the ball. Has it stolen. Vasquez. That triggers a break. Now Benzing from deep, and that three-pointer. Well, defense turns to offense. A good play by Breunig. Leo spins. Saibu, shot clock winding down. Dumps it off to Breunig. Here comes San Miguel. Bounce pass down low, and Radovic is fouled.
Primera falta personal del número 1, Saibu.
Pass back outside by Sealy. Now he's asking for it. Radovic turns, goes in. Strong move by the Montenegrin. And they're calling a goal interference. Saibu launches it from downtown. He drills it to tie it. Now Benzing has it intercepted. Putting it up from way out, Bartolo, or Frazier rather. Vasquez rebounds the miss. 20-20. 12 minutes into the contest. Benzing going to work yet again. Scores, and he'll go to the line. Robin Benzing in his second spell here with Zaragoza. And look at how he uses his body to make sure he gets some contact. And that was Radovic on the previous possession. Rigby Henlison comes into the game as well. Lennison, excuse me. Another 3 points for Robin Benzing, having a good game here tonight. 7 points, 3 of 5 from the floor. Now it goes to 8 with that free throw. DeLeo rains a long two. San Miguel. Herrera misses another one. Oh, he's having a struggle tonight. Good hustle though by Zaragoza to get it back. Sealy did a good job of getting the ball up there. Gave it a chance. He'll go to the line.
Primera falta personal del número 11, Dineo. Hay cambio en casa de Mons. Se retira San Miguel. Vuelven a hacer.
Sealy. It's the first one to drop. And the second as well. Carlos Linson with his shot blocking ability down low. I'm sure Breunig is well aware of that. DeLeo yet again, this time a step further back and hits a three. Benzing drifts into the lane. And I'll tell you what, it has been a have to forget for Barreto so far. Picks up the foul. He's missed all 4 shots from the floor. And now he picks up another foul. He's going to go out of the game. 3 fouls. Dylan Ennis comes back in. And Fisak, I think, is going to go have words with him. DeLeo passes to the corner to Brojnik, puts it on the deck, and somebody knocked it away. It might have been Ennis. Triggers a break for Alathin. Then he gets it over to Benzing, who misses everything. This time, turning the ball over, Bartolo.
Tenemos tiempo muerto en pista. Pincho, ¿qué tenemos ahora?
Vamos con nuestra bomba para animar el pabellón.
So we got timeout on the floor. Let's go down to the bench and try to listen in and see if we can learn anything. Timeout called by Pesh.
You can switch the pick and rolls at some point when your lane's no problem, okay? Especially you just switched it. Offensively, let's see who is guarded by who, all right? One of our bigs is always open, but we need to move the ball and get it in there. He's open. They're open every time because they're cheating the plays, okay? So when we're in motion, swing it, dive in, let's get the ball inside, okay? And don't dribble. We need to get open more. We need to get open. Let's go. Press break. Press break. Watch out the zone.
It looks like no game tonight for that man, Sabutis. Such a wonderful player over the years. But the nature of this sport is sometimes you get injuries, or you maybe don't feel well, not able to go. With the way he sat down tonight, looks like he's carrying some type of injury. Alathin launches it. Saibu, head up. Now Brojnik down low. DeLeo, he's been hot, and he remains hot. Another three-pointer for DeLeo. DeLeo goes down, leaves Sealy wide open. Gets the three-pointer right back. Turnover. Dylan Ennis over to Alathin. Alathin finds his way into the lane, gets some contact, and earns a trip to the line.
Primera falta personal del número 13, Bartolo. Hay cambios en casa de Mon. Se retiran Linason, Digi City. Vuelven San Miguel y Javier Justiz.
Alathin, one of the promising young Spanish point guards. Off target with that one, and obviously just get the feel this is going to be a close game from start to finish. Bonn know they can beat this team. They won at home the first meeting. It's one of two. Alathin. Now De Leo. Oh, just he turns it over. Yeah, just kind of freed himself, just kind of leaning into him with his right shoulder. De Leo coming out and challenging Benzing. Ennis. Alathin. Hustiz with the rebound, gets it back again, goes up, and he gets rejected, but he will go to the line. Good job by Zimmerman to make sure he didn't have a three-point play opportunity.
Es falta personal la tercera del número 11 Di Leo. Cambios en casa de Mols, se retira Bessi, vuelve Radovic.
Hustiz takes his time. Ooh, misses that one pretty badly. And misses both. And it's a struggle right now for Zaragoza. I mean, this is a very evenly matched game. Look at Zimmerman going in and getting the foul called on Hustiz. Good aggressive play by Zimmerman. This time Zimmerman misses both. Nobody boxed out Bartolo, but then he misses with the putback. However, he chases back, knocks it away. Frazier then up ahead, and then the rejection, but Bartolo there for the putback, and that's all down to hustle. Not giving up on a play. What a great lesson that is for all those youngsters watching this game. Never give up on a play. Ennis from downtown. Alathin tried to keep it alive, but good hustle yet again. Simons. Radovic picks up the foul. Zimmerman from the baseline. And quickly to the other end. The basket is good by Ennis. That's where he thrives, in the open floor. Three-point attempt, rattling it in. Simons fresh off the bench. Quickly now to the other, hits Bartolo, and it's Cuban on Cuban, and sure enough, Bartolo puts it up and beats Hustiz rather. And that brings a timeout by the home team.
Vamos, tío, eso lo meten de transición, tío. Eso ofensivo, vamos.
Es cuestión de poneros a trabajar. Sin más. Cada uno defiende al suyo. Si hay un bloqueo directo y tengo que cambiar, lo tendré que cambiar porque es el tirador y lo sé. Cada uno en su lado. Vamos llegando, mejores espacios. Es totalmente distinto. Let's go.
Regresamos al partido.
So coming out of the timeout here, Bond with a little bit of momentum. And Zaragoza trying to turn things around here in the final 2 minutes of the first half. San Miguel, Radovic, that's exactly what you want coming out of the timeout. Good layup opportunity. Alley-oop pass, and we're going to call a block on Bond.
Segunda falta personal del número 9, Fraser. Tenemos cambio en casa de Mons, se retira Locen. Entra en pista Javi García.
So now a chance for Zaragoza to pull even, or maybe even take the lead. Ennis drives yet again. How many times is he going to get to the rim? Good attacking play from Ennis. Same thing could be said for that man right there, Joshiko Saibu. Look at this.
Segunda falta personal del número 11, Radovic.
And yet again, Justiz. Call for the foul.
Cambio en casa de Mon. Se retira Radovic. Vuelve Fran Vázquez.
Vasquez comes back in. Excuse me, Radovic called for the foul, not. I'll just clarify that just a second. I'm not sure I'm believing what I'm seeing. Ball goes out of bounds off Breunig, so it'll be Casa de Mont Zaragoza basketball yet again. They were down 4. The wind was in the sails of this Bond team. Zaragoza called timeout, and here they are now, having tied the game up with possession. In his bounce pass to Justiz. Badic. Frazier. Breunig gets it right back. Good range from Martin Breunig. So timeout with 24 seconds left. Zaragoza want to draw up a last play.
Bueno, cambiamos dos cosas, sencillo. Trabajo de atrás, de actividad. Si tenéis que cambiar, Fran, a los tiros de esos gestos. Nadie me tira la cara. Bueno, ahora ajustaremos en vestuario. Last one. Be careful, they press. Be careful, they press. Está sacando a Rodrigo. Ok. Tenemos aquí a Dylan. 3, 4, ok. Con 5 para sacar. Adelante, wait. Adelante. Hey, man. You here. Elevator. Hurry. Screen.
Neptunus Klaipėda now up 81-71 on Happy Casa Brindisi, another Group D game tonight. Oh, excuse me, wait, I'm not reading that right. 1 second. Sorry, Neptunus up 49-47 late in the first half. Hey, look at that. In the Christmas spirit. So the final 24 seconds, Happy Casa, excuse me, Casa de Monte Zaragoza bringing it up the floor. Rodrigo, San Miguel. Gets it over to Ennis. He's been good about breaking down the defense. Is he going to get in? Passes it, gets rid of it, and not good enough. Right at the end, they had an open shot, but Javier Garcia missed with his first attempt of the night. And with that, we have a 37-37 game at halftime. Oh, marginally better from deep, 4 of 12. 11 of 25 inside the arc, 13 of 22 for Zaragoza. Much better in that respect. Each team with 8 assists and each team with 21 rebounds. So it's pretty even all the way around. Radovic, Benzing each with 8 points. Vasquez 7. DeLeo with a game high 10. And Brojnik has 6. So we are at halftime and we will be right back for the start of the second half.
Fuerte el aplauso para la cheerleader de Casa de Mon. Vamos a seguir animando junto a esta canción de Muñequita Linda. Ese aplauso para las cheerleaders de Casa de Mon Zaragoza. Gracias por acompañarnos en este tiempo de descanso.
Oh, nice pass to the inside and the tough finish as Skordilis just hammers it down. And Peristeri pretty much getting whatever they want at the moment.
Scrub has it. That's Grant. Grant with a step and finish. Big time finish from Jeriah Grant. Little hesitation, got Mustafa Fall in the air. Look how quick he gets past him.
Hornsby with Weimer guarding him, screen by Amanu. Amanu gets it back, steps through, and he's blocked at the rim by Sela. You've just seen him on the top 10 plays with a big block.
Ivanovic now. Oh, wonderful pass and a wonderful finish. What a big play by Masulis. But it was the pass from Ivanovic that made it so special.
Oh, great finish. Hayden Dalton, mask and all, throws it down, and he's going to get in a highlight. Shamandini, watch out! Oh! Just to underline the point, as athletic as Shamandini's looked for a while.
Medford. Hooping and hooping. I'll tell you what, when he gets in the flow, he's tough to stop.
Dennis hits the roll in. He stands and he gets up high. Oh, out of nothing. Chris Martin goes the other way, lobs it up. Stone it is with the dunk. Back-to-back dunks.
Right, still right, no good, ball's loose, they get it back, still, Angola to win it! That's extraordinary! That is incredible! Ostend, they are 2 ahead.
Well, Casa de Mont Zaragoza in a real dogfight, a tussle, as expected with Telecom Basket's Bonn tonight. Thomas Pesch doing a great job with this Bonn team. Both of these clubs firmly in the hunt. Obviously, we're only right at the start of the second half of the regular season, but both firmly in the hunt for a spot in the top 4 by season's end as they try to get to the postseason. And you know, we were talking about Reynaldo Sabudas earlier tonight. Of course, he's played in the Basketball Champions League before with Neptunus Klaipėda. Last season with Zaragoza, just a very important player. Went to the World Cup with Lithuania. And it was right after the World Cup, he kind of suffered a twinge in his back or whatever. He's had back issues. There he is, leaning back. Went home for treatment. He came back late November. You know, they're hoping to get him back into the lineup as soon as possible, but you know, back injuries can be tricky, and you have to take it easy. And you know, the temptation. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter what the temptation. If his back is hurting him, his back is hurting him. You can't rush it back. You got to wait and hope that he gets stronger and is able to help you out. But without Sabudas, obviously, he is a key piece to the puzzle for Zaragoza, and it's amazing that they've had as good a season so far that they've had without him. I mean, he's that important of a player. So the second half underway. San Miguel tries to make the pass and has it batted away. So here he goes again. Those hands. Get the hands up on defense is what they say. Sealy steps back, and good box out by Subotic. You know, it's interesting with Radovic, you usually have a much more of an impact on games, and here is slipping through the cracks and scoring easily, Brandon Frazier. You know, you watch Bonn play, and they just seem intelligent. They take what the team gives them. I think Pesch does a great job with them. Here's Subotic, called for a foul down low.
Primera falta personal del número 7, Subotic.
That was the basket. Bounce pass down low, and Vasquez turns it over. Travels. Basketball not having it their own way in the German league. Certainly having more struggles there than they are in the Basketball Champions League. Bräunig. You know, at the end of the day, you want to be peaking at the right time of year, and Germany, they really have had more of a struggle. 4 games off the pace out of the top 8 there. But here they're doing just fine. And they beat Mitteldeutscher their last German game quite comprehensively. Of course, Mitteldeutscher down the bottom of the standings. So Bonn now lead at 41-37. Radovic out on the base, out in the perimeter rather. Vasquez gets it up in time. That's his range right there, boys. He's definitely a mid-range jump shooter. 9 points for Vasquez. Always incredible to think that he was a lottery pick of the Orlando Magic and never went to the NBA. But there you go. Simons again with another three. San Miguel penetrates and hands it off to Radovic. That's who they've got to get going a little bit. Radovic, crucial for this team. 10 points. Well, really, it's a quiet 10 points. And now Radovic comes out and commits the foul out on the perimeter.
Eso es falta personal, la tercera del número 11 Radovic.
Frazier down low, and the jump to Breunig, and Breunig, I'll tell you what, that was not an easy shot. He kind of was able to get his balance while in the air and just finish very well. Breunig. Brasino. The ball batted away. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Brasino talking about the World Cup. That's where he played, made it to the final with Argentina before they lost to Spain. And Vasquez this time a little bit closer to the basket, misses. Simons hustles down over to Bartolo, and Bartolo with the three gives Telecom Basketball their biggest lead of the game. And great defense yet again by Frazier. Knocks it out of the hands of San Miguel. Justiz comes back in, trying to bring a spark. Frazier just reached in, knocked the ball off of San Miguel. That was Bartolo's three-pointer. And again, Breunig gets down low, missed an opportunity there that he wishes he had back. Sealy, no look to the corner. Brasino. Radovic hands it off to Justiz, and he misses down low. Frustration felt. You can hear it in the crowd. Now the turnover, and it's going to lead to an easy one for Frazier. Boy, what a start to the second half for Telecom Basketball, and they have raced into a 51-41 lead. And Fisak has no option but to call timeout. This is a team that is ready to play, Bon. You can't relax against them or they'll punish you. Rebounding numbers 25-24 in favor of Zaragoza. Very even overall, really.
Sara precisamente ha sido la ganadora de ese lote de productos de Bodegas Somos. Gracias. Y ahora nosotros volvemos al partido. Lo haremos con Carlos Alocen, Sidney, Justiz, Brusino y Radovic en pista.
You know, the thought has just occurred to me, and I haven't even told you where these teams are in the power rankings, so I'm going to make that a priority here at our next moment that we have. Justiz gets it down low. Had the ball hit as he went up. And Breunig raises his hand to say, I committed the foul, not in the shooting motion. Zaragoza 5th in the power rankings. Of course, that takes into consideration their form in their domestic campaign. Now an offensive foul gives it back, and that foul called on Justiz. And it's interesting. In-point lead. Frazier tries to get it down low. Ball ends up with Brusino. I have to say, for being lower in the echelons of Germany, of the standings, they're pretty high in the power rankings at number 17. I don't think they could complain about that. They certainly don't look like a team that's 17 in the power rankings the way they're playing tonight, as they are winning on the road here in Spain. Good passing. Justiz gets it again. And he's fouled by his fellow Cuban, Bartolo.
La segunda del número 13, Bartolo. Ahí cambia en casa de Mon, se retira Brusino, entra Ennis. Javier Justiz.
Justiz makes the first. And the second. Justiz goes out of the game. And the shot almost fell for Polas Bartolo, but it did not. And now Bonn with an 8-point lead. Radovic. Alathin. That's good. The three-pointer for the young man. Vigvi Linnason hasn't had many minutes tonight. He's in the game there, the big fella. Just played over 4 minutes guarding Zimmerman. Keep an eye on him, see if he can do something. Saibu launches the three. Linnason with the rebound. The Icelandic international Linnason, he can do some damage down low. Now he sets the pick. He's going to roll. And the pass from Alathin led Sealy a little bit too much. 3:17 to go in the third. Bonn leading by 5. DeLeo back in the game. Remember, he led him in scoring in the first half with 10 points and hit a couple of big threes. Oh, quick release. Beautiful basket by Trey McKinney-Jones. Good to see him back out there after he had to be helped off the court in the first half with an apparent left leg injury. Looks like he's walking a little gingerly out there. Oh, great block there by Zimmerman not to let the potential three-point play for Ennis. Look at that. It's little things like that that help you win basketball games. I mean, Ennis might not have made the shot, but that was the three by Allison rather. First one stays out. Thomas Pesh must be thinking to himself, this game is going just as I like it. Now back to a 6-point deficit for Zaragoza. DeLeo calls the play. Saibu in the corner. Rims out. And Trey McKinney-Jones called for a foul. Well, that's good job by Ennis, but I have to say it's a tough call on McKinney-Jones. I mean, he's going for the rebound. He's up there around the rim.
Tenemos tiempo muerto solicitado por Telecom Basket. Momento para la cheerleader.
Timeout on the floor, folks.
New York.
You dive down, stay in the short corner, you feel, go for the pick and roll on this guy, then you go low, you come out to see for this, Trey, you gotta step to the corner, look for the corner, normally the 5-man will be with you, all right?
Going towards the middle, going towards the middle.
He's going to the middle, he's going this way, okay? If not, maybe you have him as well, all right?
Well, Bonn outscoring Zaragoza 16-10 in this quarter. They're tied at halftime.
Vamos, Casa de Mon.
So Dylan Ennis back at the free throw line. 7 points tonight. And this is his second free throw of the night from 3 attempts.
Ennis.
Gets back to a 5-point game. And I think Trey McKinney-Jones, yep, he stepped out of bounds. DeLeo. I think the crowd was asking for a travel there, yelling, complaining about a travel. Allison now. Innocent comes up, rolls. Allison drives, passes it back outside. Benzing lets it fly, rattles out. Lennison kept it alive, though. Now Barrero almost threw it away. Ennis open, good. Second effort. That's what that's all about. Looked like Ennis could have banked that one in. Decided to shoot it straight on. Now back to a 3-point game. Saibu gets it back to Subotic, wide open for three. Too long. Ennis doesn't want to shoot the three. Tries to go to the basket, then goes behind his back. Lennison, though, not able to finish. But Barreiro, who's had a tough time tonight, there to pick up the basketball, and he is fouled. Boy, that was going straight to the highlight reel. If Lennison could have taken that and scored with the behind-the-back pass, looking from Ennis. Searching for his first point tonight. Will he get it? No, he will not. He got the start tonight, Barreiro. He does make the second. But it gets it back to a 2-point deficit. Trey McKinney-Jones finds his way in, but kind of falls over. Benzing goes behind his back. Alifin for three. It's a go-ahead. Nope. He misses. Saibu kind of stepped out of bounds, but made sure both feet were back in bounds before he touched the ball again. Zimmerman turns, puts it up. Oh, tough move on Lennison. That is not an easy play. Zimmerman not afraid, though, to go with the big 7-footer. Good drive from Alifin. Doesn't finish. And the ball will stay at this end of the court with 12.5 seconds to go. Benzing, 7-6. Here's Benzing driving in, has it blocked out of bounds by Zimmerman. 3.4 seconds. Oh, and the ball goes, in fact, over to Bond. In fact, I think it was more Subotic that got a hand on that prevented it. You got to hurry. And DeLeo launches it, hits off the backboard, and that's how the third quarter finishes. Well, Casa de Mont Zaragoza, they fell behind, they charged back, but Telecom Basketball stabilized things right there at the end of the frame. They lead at 55-50. Manresa, Turk Telecom, and Dinamo Sassari. Filo Osten, Liat Kabelis, Unet Holon, and Polski Turun in the bottom four. I don't think that's the toughest group, Group A, in all honesty. Although I have to say, Unet Holon, that is a disappointing 3-5 mark for them, having watched them play. They've got a lot of talent in that team. Rabobank, Yahav Jerusalem, and Ike, both 6-2 in Group B up at the top, followed by San Pablo Burgos. Rostavecta fourth at 4-4, the same record as unpredictable Anwil Voclavik. Of course, Texas Bandirma lurking at 3-5. Irsar Tenerife lost for the first time this week. Lost at Nizhny Novgorod, but they're still in first place in Group C ahead of Nymburk, Novgorod, and Presteri Windmasters, who won tonight over Gaziantep. Here's Dylan Ennis on the break, takes the foul. And Martin Breunig guilty of the foul. So yet again, Ennis's ability to get out and run paying dividends. And give it up to Mornar Bar, winning for the second time in a row. They were 0-6 going into last week's game. Now they're 2-6. Tonight they won at home against VF Riga. Here's Dylan Ennis making the first. I tell you, with Mornar Bar now just 3 games. Well, they are 3 games out of the top 4, but they've still got a chance. I think they still control their own destiny. The second free throw miss is rebounded. The follow. Oh, look at that! Well, it's about time we thought Lenniston was going to do it, and he does with a putback jam. The big Icelandic from Reykjavik. Now the drive, and the basket doesn't go down for DeLeo. Zaragoza with a chance now to take the lead. McKinney Jones trying to keep Benzing out of the paint. Ennis off the front of the rim, but Lenniston again. It's taking him a while to get it going. Here he is again. He catches it. He goes up. But they're going to call the foul. Zubatic before Lenniston. It's kind of like he's been awoken from his slumber. Look at that. I mean, that's got to be on the highlight reel. Get some time at Valencia basket. Now stepping back, trying to bank it in. Good job, Lenniston, knocking it back outside. Benzing for 3, the go-ahead 3. Trey McKinney Jones, it's not been his half since he came back. He's got it again. He puts it up. Still won't go down. Lenniston again. The big fella using the rim as his own personal jungle gym. And now it's 59-55. Lenniston has well and truly come to life. Jam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Joshiko Saibu, who's going to take the shot for? It's going to be Trey McKinney Jones. And Lenniston with the foul. The crowd loves their Icelandic center. You can feel the love. He's sliding in a little bit too much. And then, of course, Benzing, always a threat from deep. Look at this. They had neutralized him earlier in the game, but here in the fourth quarter, he's a different player. Alley-oop to Trey McKinney Jones, led him too much. Allison races in, but great block by Martin Breunig. You saw that coming. Saibu now. Subotic out to Trey McKinney Jones. Three-point attempt from Saibu. Silences the crowd. You can hear a pin drop. Ennis from deep. Maybe not the shot they were looking for. Saibu now. Hands it back off. Breunig. That was quick as well. Now Ennis. If he's attacking the basket, no problem. Here it is again, Livingston, look at that. He catches it high, he keeps it up, and he shoots it. And that's a sign that the young man has learned how to play that position. He knows he can't bring it down. Well, that was a great block by Breuning, hustling down the floor. And that was a terrific shot by Benzing, what we've grown accustomed to seeing over the years. 3 fouls on Subotic. Livingston 4 points, 6 rebounds. And doesn't get any love from the rim that time. Carlos Bartolo back in the game. Livingston makes the second to take it back to a 2-point lead. Brendan Fraser, Zimmerman, they're taking quick shots. And now Benzing flies in. Great hustle, Robin Benzing. "13 points for Benzing. Saibu from downtown. Long rebound. And Brendan Fraser not able to chase it down before it goes out of bounds. Boy, what a turnaround in this game. Ooh, nasty fall for Saibu. Hope he's okay. Great outlet pass, by the way, by Trygve Linnison that started that break. Big man's doing everything. There's no statistic that shows that, but that was a good overhead pass to start the fast break to Ennis, who then handed it off to Benzing. Zimmerman slow to get up. Oh, so looks like Zimmerman has possibly rolled his ankle as well. He's trying to shake it off. A little bit of a break for Telecom Baskets Bonn with some of these missed free throws here for Zaragoza. Here, Thomas Pesh hopes that trend continues. Zaragoza below 60%, down at 57% now, 12 of 21. That's not going to get it done. Jonathan makes the second. 5-point advantage. Frazier feels his way in. Looked like he didn't know if he wanted to bank it. Just try to go right at it. Well, with Bonn, you never felt like, as you see the foul on Saibu, you never felt like even when they were up by 10 that they were in command. Nevertheless, to now be trailing is a tough pill to swallow for them, especially as they're up 10 on the road. Go down to the bench.
Next offense. We're in transition 24. Boyan, you're on the bottom, all right? Boyan, you're on the bottom. Yo should come out, have a good seal look, or maybe Brandon, you have it straight pass, okay? See where it is, set a good screen, let's get you the ball. No, to the other side, Head it, you have the right hand, okay? To the other side. Crash the boards, you need to be on every glass, offensively and defensively. All right?
Hey,
defensively, control the drive.
plenty of time, we're right here.
Control the drive, let's go.
We're right here. Together on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Well, you heard the words of DeLeo over there saying, hey, plenty of time, we're right here. And he's right. I mean, there's a long way to go in this. think about. Thinking this thing is close to being over with 5.5 minutes to go, but certainly the momentum right now is with this Zaragoza team. Benzing's been terrific. The real difference maker in this quarter, though, Trygve Lenison with those 5 points, now 8 rebounds. And Alothin makes his first free throw, which is a good sign for Zaragoza. Now at 60.87% on the night, 14 of 23 as a team. This is the second, however, and great rebound from Barreiro. Goodness me, he's had his struggles, but that's a big rebound. Alothin again, kicks it outside. Benzing for 3. Well, that would have been huge. Subotic, Bartolo, Saibu with the rebound, hands it off. Zimmerman goes hard and denied. Great dribbling from Alothin. Takes it back out to Ennis. 4:45 to go. Ennis shaking and baking. And then his pass batted, ends up with Lenison. Alothin for 3. Good! The young man is drilling it. 9 points now for Alothin. And it's a 9-point lead. Imagine 19-point swing here in the second half. Frazier from close to the baseline. Back to 7. Obama would love to get some turnovers and stops. And the dump down low to Lenison. He's just been tremendous. Zimmerman a little bit out of control there with the push, and here was Zimmerman going at Lenison, and that's never a good idea. You saw that Lenison had the block. He's got 2 blocks on the night. Nothing has kept this Bonn team in the game tonight like missed free throws for Zaragoza. They're 14 of 26, 12 missed free throws. Imagine if they make half of those, a double-digit lead. And just like that, the three-pointer from Frazier. And it's a 4-point game. And again, the missed free throws become magnified. Bonn, meanwhile, 5 of 8. Now, penetration out to Barreiro. Still will not go for him. But you feel for Barreiro. In ordinary circumstances, you want to keep taking those shots, but when they're not falling the way they have it tonight for him, you'd think maybe about passing it. But as long as Barreiro plays good defense and rebounds and hustles, he can give something to the team tonight. That's what you've got to do. You got to find other ways to help your team win games. DeLeo almost dribbled himself into trouble. Great block again by Lenison, but there with the follow was Subotic, and it's a 2-point game. So they were up 9, now 7 unanswered points by Bonn. Alothin picked up his dribble. Over to Barreiro, he drives in, finally gets it to go. Well, give him credit, he's working hard. And that was a tough finish as well. Great play by Barreto. Look at Lennison. Wasn't able to get possession back, but he's got 3 blocks tonight. And he hears the applause as he exits to make way for Radovic. So Barreto's had a tough time overall tonight. He's 1 of 2 at the line. He has a chance for a 3-point play. Tries to catch his breath. Shows you how hard he's been working. And he does indeed complete the 3-point play. Bartolo gets it to Frazier. Plenty of time, 2.5 minutes to go. Frazier into the corner. Bartolo too long. And a foul called on Benzing. It looked like to me it was boxing out. Watch this. Oh no, I think he had his right arm around him. That's what it was. Good spot by the referee.
Hay que seguir defendiendo. En defensa.
Bartolo catches the inbounds. Going to take on Radovic, and he's going to score. Oh, you love the fight between these 2 teams. I mean, both clubs really going at it tonight. They've really saved their best for last. Ennis penetrates, puts up a very difficult shot. Don't think that his coach will be happy looking at the replay of that. And then driving in and scoring is Bartolo. Ennis has got to be under a little bit more control. Going to drive to the basket. Got to have at least a good attempt. Here he is, catches it down low, passes it over to Benzing. That shot looked like it was blocked. And DeLeo, after Bartolo kind of taps it to him, hands it off to Frazier. Remember DeLeo's words during the timeout. We've got time, we're okay, we're still in it. Now the 3-pointer. And the ball goes out of bounds off of Barreto. So Subotic goes in, puts pressure, crashes the offensive boards. Look at this. Gosh, just a great effort. Just a great effort by Subotic. But I think Fizak knows. Interesting, we haven't seen Vasquez here lately. Frazier, after the new 14, 3-pointer, good! Goodness me. He's hit a couple of big ones in this 4th quarter, hasn't he? Remarkable. I mean, a lot of teams, when they fall behind by 9 in the 4th quarter the way they did, and that was great defense there by Breunig. So he did get the block on Benzing. And now this is at the other end. Look, a tale of 2 3-pointers. 2 3-point attempts. And this is where Ennis, okay, well, he knew his teammates were crashing the boards, but because it was such a kind of a reckless drive, it triggered a fast break.
Público.
15 turnovers, 15 points off turnovers for Telecom Baskets Bond. And there have been 12 turnovers on Zaragoza. Just 8 turnovers for Telecom Baskets Bond. We're in crunch time now, 1:09 remaining. And Zaragoza bring the ball up the floor. Ennis has it. Remember, Zaragoza charged back to take a 9-point lead. Alathin from deep. Leo with the rebound. 47 seconds to go. Bond might be able to kill it off. Frazier, the man, you want the ball in his hands the way he shot that last three. He's hit a couple of big ones in this quarter. He's guarded by Ennis. Now Radovic, he gets the switch, he makes the pass to Bartolo. He puts it up, and there for the follow is Martin Breunig. Four-point lead for Bonn. And honestly, this game has so many talking points. You fall behind, you never get up, you give up, you keep playing hard. You struggle like Barreiro, but you keep playing hard. It's finally going to turn. It might not go your way, Trygve Linnesen, but then you can make a big impact late. And even now, this thing is not over for Zaragoza. They've got to go down and score, and they got to get the ball back.
Everybody understand me well? Got you? And now, you screen for three. Carlos, no possible shot. Inside the ball. And a screen for DJ. Go. Gracias a la cheerleaders. Nosotros apuramos nuestras opciones. Vamos, equipo. Sí.
Looks over, slightly amused, not sure what to make of it. Sealy is going to inbound the ball to Alathin. Ennis, crowd feeling the panic as the clock runs down. Alathin from downtown misses everything, and the ball goes over to Zaragoza. You would have wanted surely to get the ball to Benzing. And look at De Leo. He's not as big as Radovic, but he's boxing him out. And they have the opportunity here to double check and make sure that they got this right. Who did the ball go off of? I think it went off of Benzing. Let's have another look. I think, oh, that's what I think, Benzing, but I could be wrong. They may not see that. They'll have a good long look at it. It's a big call, obviously, if unless Breunig caught it with his hand at the very end, but it looks to me like it went off of Benzing. Indeed. So it is going to be Zaragoza ball. And that makes it even harder now for a Zaragoza comeback in the final seconds. Subotic inbounds it to Breunig. Alifin commits the foul. I have to say, the last time I did a game with Telecom Baskets Bonn, I certainly didn't bring them any luck. They scored late, only to fall to Happy Casa Brindisi. And it certainly was a happy casa in Brindisi, Italy after that one, because they wanted at the buzzer. And now they're in a little bit stronger position, up 4 and after the foul.
Screen for Brandon. Brandon, you go long, okay? Then you pop here, Brandon, you can come back, okay? We have one of you guys.
Quarter-by-quarter scoring.
After the inbound, Boyan, very important. You need to come back right away, and we get the ball, all right? No, Trey, you inbound for Boyan.
Well, Frazier had a good game the first time these two teams met with 15 points, and he's been big tonight, especially in the fourth quarter. It's interesting seeing Brusino coming into the game, and that's a player for Zaragoza that you think, well, maybe he's a guy you have to have out there, maybe a little bit more. But that said, you know, he wasn't as influential as you would have expected him to be. Not sure what the French ref and the German coach are talking about here. Maybe that was before they went to review the out of bounds. Anyway, it is Subotic ball, and another foul will put Bonn on the line, but obviously Zaragoza would like to try to get a steal if they could. And not have to commit the foul, but they do get it in bounds, and Breunig will go to the line.
Tercera falta personal del número 9, Brusino.
So he made his first 2 free throws of the night, did Martin Breunig. Takes his time and makes his 3rd free throw of the night. Well, you feel like Casa de Mont Zaragoza, when they go back and look at this tape, they're up by 9. They're right where they want to be. Breunig misses the second. Now Alifin has to hurry. And he goes in and makes the layup with 3 seconds. 2.9 seconds. Obviously, they want to try to get a steal and attempt a 3-pointer. If not, Trey McKinney-Jones, he does indeed get it to Frazier with 1.3 seconds remaining.
Guarda falta personal del número 9, Brusino.
So it's going to take a minor miracle right now for Zaragoza. Brusino 4 fouls. They need Frazier to miss both free throws, and they need to rebound the second miss and throw it up the floor, probably the full length of the floor. If he makes this one, you have to say it's over, and it is. 2-possession game, unless he misses this. They throw it up the floor and they foul them while doing it, and they make the shot and they get a 4-point play. Ain't gonna happen, folks. Frazier. Well, that's fitting, perhaps. He was terrific. Well, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. At least that's what Zaragoza will be hoping for tonight. Telecom Baskets Bonn. Now look at that. I mean, that is wonderful right there. Wonderful exchange between the coach. Fizak disappointed, but you know what? He takes it on the chin. He knows they were up 9 in the fourth quarter, and they probably had a great chance to close that thing out, and they just did not. And overall, just a wonderful effort from Bonn tonight. They really had to overcome some adversity, and they did. And they did on a few occasions. you got to like the calm, measured approach of Pesh in that huddle. You know, it's very important that your coach maintains his cool. You see, sometimes the players aren't reacting the right way if a coach is just completely railing at him the whole time. I mean, I guess you've got different styles, but let's just say I like his style. (77-72). Both teams, 21 makes inside the arc, 9 threes for Bonn, just 5 for Zaragoza, but the free throws, 15 of 27 for Zaragoza. That was the killer for them. Zaragoza actually out-rebounded Bonn. One more assist, but it was the free throws, the missed free throws, when they look back on this game, that they're going to think that's where we let it go. Frazier came up big in the end, finishes the game as the game's leading scorer, 14 points, Breunig 13. Polis Bartolo had 12, Benzing, Alathin, and Ennis. Benzing 13, Alathin and Ennis with 11 apiece. And we'll look back at some of the highlights here, but again, it was looking very good for Zaragoza with 4 minutes and 37 seconds left, and they led 67-58. But some questionable shot selection, some missed free throws, and just a courageous effort. Telecom Baskets Bonn allowed the German club to battle back and get a win in Spain at Zaragoza, who, not a bad team, folks. I mean, you're talking about the third-place team in Spain's Liga Endesa to this point of the season. So Telecom Baskets Bonn have got Zaragoza's number this season, beating them twice. Lots of positives overall. Benzing played well, I thought. Trygve Lenison there with that overhead pass up to Ennis. That was great. I thought Ennis was really good driving to the basket, maybe a little bit out of control a couple of times. Alathin perhaps needs to shoot the ball better. Barreto really couldn't throw the ball in the ocean tonight. Alathin was 3 of 12. 2 of 8 from three-point range, and Barreto as well. I mean, you got Nicholas Brasino, a World Cup sharpshooter, makes it to the final, and he plays less than 10 minutes. He plays 9 minutes and 20 seconds. He's 0 for 2. He did pick up some fouls, and maybe that was his biggest problem, unless Coach Fizak didn't think defensively he was bringing it tonight, bringing the energy that he needed to bring. Radovic perhaps is usually more influential, and the same with DJ Seeley, who was just 1 of 3 tonight for Casademont Zaragoza. The 1 of 7 night for Barreto didn't help. Even Benzing, despite scoring 13 points, was 5 of 13 and 2 of 7 from three-point range. So, on balance, Fran Vasquez played well until he went to the bench and didn't get off the bench at the end. For Telecom Baskets Bonn, Breunig, steady performance yet again. Anthony DeLeo, all 10 points in the first half, terrific. Brandon Frazier, terrific. You see Bonn go to the top of Group D with that win, and Casademont Zaragoza now at 4-4 and in third place. Same record as Vulcano Sombote, Neptunus Klaipėda down in 5th place at 4-3. Dijon, who started like a house on fire, now in 2nd place. Thanks for watching. From Valencia.